Hey, today I wanted to talk to you about insulin, just kind of a follow-up on the blood sugar regulation and all that. Here's what insulin is. Basically, when your blood sugar level rises, and that can happen from eating sugar, anything sugar, especially processed sugars, white grains, starches, those sorts of things, your blood sugar is going to rise. To get your blood sugar back to normal, which is what you're designed, is to have your blood sugar at kind of a normal, even level, your body produces insulin. And insulin is produced by the pancreas. And again, that helps get your blood sugar back down. Now, when that happens, several things happen. The first is, that's probably important to you, is your body tells itself to store fat. So every time your blood sugar rises, it's like store fat, store fat. So if you think a typical day, you're going through every 2 or 3 hours, you're probably eating something that's raising your blood sugar level above what it should be. And just every time, it's your body's going to store fat, store fat, store fat. The other thing it does, it'll raise blood pressure. So a lot of cardiovascular issues. There's a good book that was put out back, I think in the 90s at some point, called Sugar Busters. Don't agree with everything they say, but they had some really good points. They did a lot of research just showing that sugar in kind of a high glycemic, again, diets that raise your blood sugar levels, that's what high glycemic means, is going to cause a lot of issues, especially cardiovascular issues. So again, when you raise your insulin levels, the other thing that will happen long term is your pancreas will eventually say, hey, time out, we can't do this anymore, and your pancreas will wear out, and that's when you get insulin resistance or diabetes, type 2 diabetes. When you get type 2 diabetes, you're basically looking at about $11,000 per year economic cost on yourself and your medical bills and that sort of thing. When you get into the final stage of diabetes, they put you on what's called dialysis, which you can look at costing about $43,000 per year. That's just an economic toll, not counting all of the things that it has with your lifestyle, your overall health, the burden that puts on your family, and your friends, and your job productivity, and a lot of other aspects that come into there. So, diabetes is something that if you control your blood sugar level, if you control your insulin output, is something that is very, very preventable and controllable in most cases. So, today, what I want to challenge you with is think about things that you're doing that are constantly causing your blood sugar to rise, and to pick one of them that you can cut out or at least reduce. So again, I use the example where you drink a couple of Cokes a day, cut that back to maybe one a day. If you drink one a day, maybe cut it back to 1 or 2 or 3 a week. Just take a step in the right direction that's going to relieve some of that burden that's on your pancreas to keep creating that insulin to get your blood sugar levels down. So just, again, today, lifestyle change, what's one thing that you can do that'll help keep your blood sugar levels in check?